Common Council meeting of Tuesday, January 19, 2016. Roll call.
Here. Here. Here.
Pledge of Allegiance. Item 3 is the approval of minutes of January 5th, 2016.
Kirkowski will make a motion to approve the minutes of January 5th, 2016.
Guzekowski will second. Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing number 1 is to consider a request submitted by Matthew Lyons, Azura LLC, for an amendment to the time of compliance section of the existing conditional.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Doug Seymour. I'm the Director of Community Development for the City of Oak Creek. And this is a public hearing on a request to amend ordinance number 2747, which would extend the time of compliance until December 21st of 2016 for the commencement of construction for Phase 1 on the property located at 8760 South Mayhew Drive. Back in January of last year, the council adopted a resolution approving a conditional use for a community-based residential facility with a capacity of more than 15 persons at 8760 South Mayhew Drive. Might have been referred to as Azura Healthcare. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the project has not yet begun, and the applicant is requesting a 1-year extension, anticipating a spring construction start. Staff does recommend extending the deadline for the commencement of construction of Phase 1 until December 31st of this year, 2016. Phase 2 would then be required to begin within 36 months of the date of adoption of the ordinance, amending the conditional use permit, so January of 2019. The Plan Commission has reviewed the proposed amendment, and they have recommended that the amendment be approved. Aside from that, the conditions and restrictions remain the same. This is a public hearing. I would request that anyone has any questions or comments regarding the proposal to extend the time of compliance for the conditional use at 8760 South Mayhew Drive to fill out a comment form, proceed to address that, to hand that over to the city clerk, and proceed to the microphone when called. This is a public hearing. We'll open that up now.
Verhaelen makes a motion to adopt ordinance number 2787, amending ordinance number 2747, to extend section 11, time of compliance, to a deadline of December 21st, 2016 for the commencement of construction of Phase 1 on the property located at 8760 South Mayhew Drive. Aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This has been a very time-consuming issue. I have spent more time on this matter than I did reviewing the recent city budget. So much time that other matters called in by constituents have been placed aside until the issue is resolved. I even spoke with people on this while on vacation at Disney World in Florida over the New Year holiday. At the first Plan Commission meeting, I had spoken to some of the residents who lived on Pennsylvania Avenue and was in agreement with them. I felt the project was too big for the area and with potential traffic concerns was not in favor of it. Excuse me. Prior to the second Plan Commission meeting on this matter, I had requested that notices be sent to affected residents going out 600 feet versus 300 feet that is normally done. HSI met with the aldermen again, and they just about changed everything that they had addressed by the Plan Commission, aldermen, and residents. At the second Plan Commission meeting, I spoke with some of the residents and asked them to keep an open mind to what will be presented. I addressed the Plan Commission and said I was not taking a position on this matter and asked the residents to keep an open mind. To this date, the residents on Pennsylvania Avenue have not budged in their opposition to this project, none whatsoever. I felt I needed to do more homework on this issue. First off, I did not appreciate the threats or intimidation that I received in order to force my vote one way or the other. In an email from Rosemarie Annison dated 11/13/15, she said, "You are elected by the people to represent the people in your district." Thank you, Rosemarie, for pointing out that I represent the entire district, all several thousand of them. Then she went on to say, "Do not think for 1 minute that you will win another election or possibly even finish this term if you vote against the best interest of your voters." Well, Rosemarie, thanks again. In doing my homework, I looked at what would be in the best interest of all the voters in the district and the city. Then on 11/19/2015, Rosemarie Annison in another email said, "I want you to know that your job is to represent your constituents. This means if you have one person objecting, you support the objection unless it is absolutely foolish." Now think about that logic. I had 12 people who were in favor of the Chick-fil-A restaurant and one person against, who I was never able to ascertain if she was a First District resident. Based on her statement, I would have to vote no on the Chick-fil-A because one person was against it. That is absolutely foolish, and thank you again for pointing that out. She went on, "Already you have a contender for your position. The man is well respected in the community, has the funds and the media support to win." And finally, she goes on in an email to the city clerk dated 12/17/15, "I believe the rationale reason can be as simple as failure to vote in accordance with constituents," as she was suggesting language for a recall petition. Does this logic of that apply to the Chick-fil-A vote? Several people have told me that I should be voting yes just because of the threats and intimidation. But I am not like that. I'm a big boy. I won't be threatened or intimidated by comments or actions, and I do my homework, and I do vote in the best interest of my constituents for the entire First District. This is an issue that affects both the First District and the entire city. The residents along Pennsylvania Avenue don't want the change from single-family to multifamily on the comprehensive map. Why? They cite they don't want the change. It should stay single-family and the traffic it will cause. However, in fact, the residents don't want it to be changed because they don't want anything ever to be built there. When I mentioned to one of the residents that perhaps if they don't want the area developed, they should have bought it, the answer I got was, "We didn't know it was for sale." The reasons they are using for not wanting it changed would be the same reason if someone had showed up and wanted to build a residential subdivision. The fact is they don't want anything there, period. Perhaps a poor analogy would be the vacant lot owned by the airport next to my house. When we bought our house, we were told that the lot would never be developed because of the airport. The lot remains vacant, as does one across the street. The airport cuts the grass during the summer. For 18 years, we've used the lot for my kids to learn to play baseball, play soccer, tag, make snow forts in the winter. My boys are grown now, but still others use it for their small boys, leaves in the fall, and parking for family parties. Now, if the county decided that they no longer saw the lot as being a problem to the airport and decided to let houses be built on them, and if all things were accepted by the city, what say do I have in telling the county I want the lot to remain vacant? Because when I bought the house, I was told it would never be developed? The residents along Pennsylvania Avenue know that someday this property would be developed, and it's private property, and the owners can do with it what they want. The comprehensive map says single family, and that's just a map of the future. The future now for this land is multifamily. Why? Because someone has approached the owners of this private property and has a plan to develop it. So I went out to see exactly how this would either benefit or not benefit the city. If the same area proposed by HSI for their development was going to be single-family subdivision, here are some stats that I learned. Zoned as RS1, there would be 72 houses based on the usable land. If RS2, like Highland Meadows, there would be 93 houses. Using some averages on house values, 72 houses would provide approximately $129,000 per year in city taxes and $151,000 in school taxes. Over 35 years, and I just used 35 because that's about how old our subdivision is, the city would get $4.5 million and the school $5.2 million in tax revenue. This would mean that the city would be responsible for the maintenance of the streets, utilities, snow removal, trash collection, etc. These estimates are dependent on a developer building the subdivision and selling and building 72 houses, which could take several years to accomplish. For the multifamily development, it is estimated that $700,000 in yearly property taxes will be paid, which starts when it's done and whether or not all 288 units are rented or not. Of that amount, the city gets 25.9%, or approximately $181,300 per year, or $6.3 million over 35 years. The school district gets 37.7%, or approximately $263,900 per year, or $9.2 million over 35 years. The development would be responsible for the streets, utilities, snow plowing, garbage collection, etc. So while the development brings in slightly more in taxes overall, it does not have the eternal burden of city services, excluding police and fire, that the subdivision would have. I spoke with a representative at Springbrook Circle, currently the only other luxury high-end complex in Oak Creek. They are at 100% capacity, have continued at 100% capacity for a long time, and have a waiting list for 2- and 3-bedroom apartments. I spoke with a resident manager of another apartment complex that would be at the level just below that of what HSI is intending to develop, and those at Drexel Town Square and Springbrook. They have been at 100% capacity for a very long time, have waiting lists for their apartments, and when someone is leaving, they have the apartment rented before the occupant even leaves. We talked also about the apartments versus subdivisions. She said, without any prompting from me, that she has read in several industry publications and agrees that apartment living is going to be the way people are wanting to live for the next 10 to 15 years. And although people will still move into houses, she is not seeing the need for houses but apartments. She stated that what's being built at Drexel Town Square and potentially here would not put a strain on the local market. I asked her if she thinks it's a good idea to build this development, and she, who's also as a resident manager, said yes. Impact on schools. This is mostly irrelevant because there are apartments or houses. Whether there are apartments or houses, there will still be children there needing to go to schools. The manager at the second apartment complex, with over 230 units, told me that they have 6 to 12 kids getting on the elementary school bus and about the same for the middle school. She did not have a number for high school students. Traffic. We are going to have this argument whether or not this is a single-family residential or multi-family residential development. This issue still has to be addressed by the developer. The city has control over Drexel Avenue, and I do not have a suggestion there. But I have mentioned to some with regards to Pennsylvania that any access road for any development, there could be a no left turn for traffic exiting. They cannot go north on Pennsylvania, and no left turn for northbound traffic on Pennsylvania. It's not the final answer, it's just a suggestion from me. I have spoken with numerous residents in the First District about this issue, and while it is understood that they do not live adjacent to the development, they support it because it will benefit the entire city. The majority of those I spoke with understand that there are limits on increasing the tax levy to maintain city services, if there was a need. These people still want their roads plowed in the winter, parks maintained in the summer. They want basic city services, and raising taxes is not what they want. This is a development with a positive financial impact for the city. I have spoken with some individuals involved in the real estate business who own apartment complex, none of which are high-end luxury, but mostly low-income subsidized. Their opinions are mixed, adding that the project as envisioned would be positive for the area and the city. At the last common council meeting, Mr. Miranda stated that he had spoken with a realtor and stated that the property values would go down if this is built. I went out and sought a realtor, and I received information that supports, but mostly refutes what Mr. Miranda said. I don't know what Mr. Miranda told his realtor, but I took two approaches. The first was simply to say, I live next to a piece of property that there might be an apartment complex going to be built. Will this negatively affect my property values? Stating it that way, the answer was yes. Then I laid out the development with what kind of apartments, minimum setbacks versus the proposed setbacks will be, the existing mature trees, new trees, and the decrease of units from 396 to 288, and what the developer has done in regards to complaints based on the first presentation. The answer I got was no, not necessarily. I was told that a luxury apartment complex will not necessarily affect property values because of the kind of development it is. If it's a dumpy-looking complex, or if it's one where the homeowners go out on their patios and are staring at the patios of the apartment complex, yes, it will affect the values. If it's buffered with trees, berms, and in this case is sloped down to a point that you won't see the entire building, these are positives to keeping property values. All things considered, the biggest effect would be a smaller pool of people looking at the house, but property values would not be negatively affected, and if done right, could in fact maintain or raise values. HSI does not want any city money for this project, and that's a $35 million project. So I go back to what Rosemarie said. I want you to know that your job is to represent your constituents. This means if you have one person objecting, you support the objection unless it is absolutely foolish. After having looked at all the information and taken into consideration everything I have learned, the people, for and against, I have spoken with, I'd be foolish to not look after the entire first district with regards to this issue. The developer has worked with everyone to make this work and has attempted to keep the residents of Pennsylvania Avenue happy, yet they won't budge on their opposition to this, refusing even to think about anyone else but themselves, and they have that right. What has bothered me about this matter is that you get threats and warnings that if you don't vote a certain way, somebody will do something. It's either our way or the highway. You don't have to like the way a person is going to vote, but don't for a minute think that I haven't looked at every position I could have regarding this. So what I have is residents along Pennsylvania Avenue? No. Residents in a district I have talked to? Yes. Real estate owners of apartment buildings? Yes. Manager of apartment complex in a city? Yes. Realtor I spoke with? Yes. Finally, notwithstanding what I've already said, I have before me boils down to a group saying no to changing the comprehensive map for an area from single-family to multifamily. A developer ready to put vacant property on the tax rolls with a significant positive impact for the city. I have residents who have said they want the land kept as is. I have no one in the distant future, and past for that matter, that I know of, willing to develop the land as a single-family subdivision, which is now already mapped out for future use. It is apparent to me that the residents along Pennsylvania Avenue would object to this too. Again, that's their right. But I am not willing to wait for the if and when for such a developer when residents are not going to be happy with anything but vacant land. I'm not going to vote no now, and have the same arguments come up later when I have to vote yes or no regarding a subdivision. It is totally irresponsible of me to do that. HSI has shown a willingness to work with all the parties involved, and I will expect that to continue. That is why this is good for the city. That is why I'm going to support it. I will take my hits if and when the time comes, but I know that while not everyone is happy, and not everyone is happy with all the things anyways, this is in the best interest of my district and the city. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I guess I'll keep it short. Steve summed it up pretty well. I've been pretty vocal about this. I've been a supporter from it from the start. I think it's a valued investment. I realize there's some angst over
Steve's credit, I think he did his homework, but, I still go back to the issue at hand here, which is, for tonight, it's the comprehensive plan. Um, the city made up a comprehensive plan for a reason, and I was involved in the first, issuance or the information put together to the first comprehensive plan, and I sat through a lot of meetings, and the reason for doing a comprehensive plan was the city had a lot of spot zoning at that time, and the reason was to get rid of a lot of the areas where there's spot zoning or conflicting zoning, and make the city, I guess, more of a cognitive place where things fit together. For that reason, I would guess that that's why this area was left at single-family residential. Um, I don't know if we're setting a precedence here, but if, you know, from time to time in the next couple of years, and it may be more than from time to time, because this may set a precedent where certain areas zoned for commercial, and somebody comes in and they say, well, I'd like to see some industrial property put there instead, or another instance like this where we have single family and somebody wants to do multifamily, and it gets changed. So if we continue down this road, we might go back to exactly what we had in the first place, and end up with a situation down the road where we have spot zoning a lot of places in Oak Creek. That being said, I think most of the residents that are against this plan are in my district, which is across the road from the project. They had a lot of valid arguments as far as the traffic, especially on Pennsylvania Avenue, where it's a two-lane road. At this time, there's lots of traffic on that road at certain times of the day where you can't even get out of your driveway if you live along that stretch of road, especially when you get north of the area there that's right to the north of this property. Really gets congested when you're coming up to Rawson Avenue or coming down from Rawson Avenue south. Steve's suggestion with putting a no left turn lane, I think, would really exacerbate the traffic problem that does or will exist a lot more on Drexel, because anybody that wants to go north on Pennsylvania will now have to come out on Drexel and go down to the stop and go light to get through the intersection and go north. So I think that exacerbates the whole traffic situation with putting a greater percentage of traffic out onto Pennsylvania than would normally try to go out on Pennsylvania. Other than that, there's no guarantee that any developer, even when they do get a change of use on a property, is going to actually follow through and do that development. I've seen a number of developments come and go here where people go through the process here, whether it's plan commission or common council, lay a plan out, and it never gets built, and the thing sits there, and then 5 years later or 2 or 3 years later, somebody else comes in and they propose something else. With this particular project, if HSI chooses not to move forward with the project, this could very well be sitting there as a multifamily zone property, and then we're going to have to put up with somebody else that wants to put multifamily there, and it could be something that we're not actually looking at. So for that reason, I'm not willing to.
resided to the fact that this was going to be rezoned to apartments. But there are some things that I need to answer. And one of them is the person that's threatening you is not in your district and doesn't speak for me, for sure. The realtor that I spoke with is one of the top realtors in the Oak Creek Shore West office. She sold $7 million in real estate last year. And I didn't just say there are going to be apartments there. I had her sitting at my kitchen table, and I showed her the plan and explained to her, looked at everything. And the thing that bothered me is she said that if you want to sell, you have to disclose it now, because this is something that will impact the value of your home. So I'm kind of stuck, okay? Been in the house, you know that, 38 years. My wife and I have cried over this. We've talked it through. We've come to the conclusion that this is going to happen. That I feel that we're talking on deaf ears between Plan Commission and Council. I guess the biggest point here is we're putting carts before horses. You know, we're rezoning this land not knowing whether HSI really wants to build there. Am I correct? I mean, if the study comes out wrong,
Just for clarification, in this, the action, if the council chooses to vote tonight, is not a rezoning of the property. It amends the comprehensive plan, a rezoning, and answer, I think, Alderman Tillman's question. More than likely to a planned unit development, although again, that's the next step in development, would take place following this comprehensive plan, not rezoning the property.
that's good. You're going to redevelop, you're going to do that? And you're going to make all of us neighbors happy? Sure, okay, now it's on the record. The other thing I want to bring out is our own city planner warned about buildable land for single-family development in our city. Again, the housing market has been stagnant since the crash of real estate. Yes, but I think that those folks who lost their homes during the real estate crash are going to be coming back into the market soon because they're, whether they file bankruptcy or whatever else they may have done, that stuff will be about over at 7 years. So that's coming close. And Alderman Kirkowski, you said that you spoke to many people in your district, not in Pennsylvania Avenue, not on Drexel. How many? And they all loved it. Okay. I've looked on the website today at apartments available in Oak Creek. Centennial has some high-end apartments. They have 35 vacancies there at this point in time today. I guess the main thing Mike Tolman brought up today about keeping an eye on the development by attaching whatever you said, a PUD, and okay, so that would be in there.
A PUD or planned unit development is, if that's what the developers chose to pursue and if it were approved by this council, is essentially a contract between the city and the developer that you have a general development plan.
And the last comment I have is, we never said we didn't want that developed. I personally have never said that. I know that it is going to be developed someday. When we built my house 38 years ago, I knew that land would be developed someday. But I was looking at the plan for the land, which kept it as a single family. You know, absolutely, that needs to be developed. There's no question. It's such a beautiful, beautiful piece of land that just to let it sit there would be a shame too. I felt that if that was developed, that would have brought the value of my home up because it goes from more rural to residential. I was all in favor of developing that area, so I want the record to be straight on that too. Okay, but you know, you kind of said it in a generality that we're all like that, and, you know, that's not true. So I guess that's all I have to say.
A very basic definition, it's more than one dwelling unit per structure, or in this case, per lot.
HSI has already purchased the property, or are they waiting for a decision from the council before they purchase this property?
We've been called that before. We have the properties under, oh, I'm sorry, Tony DeRosa, HSI Properties, 18500 West Corporate Drive in Brookfield, 53045. We do currently have the properties under contract. Yeah, just a few, oh, sure. Yes, the property has not been purchased. It is under contract. Yes, there is.
Arden Degner, 8540 South Pennsylvania Avenue. I object to the city alderman looking at only money. Money! Not the overall picture that we're facing. You're look at this diagram that they've shown you. 625 garages. How on earth is that going to be accommodated traffic-wise? And these developers, they will not pay for that road. We, the old-timers that are trying to survive, you heard my comments at the last meeting. We're just trying to get out of my driveway, and I have a little bit of a slope. It wrecked my right front of my car. And just look at this arrangement. Consider that this is not a flat piece of land. This has a 40-foot drop from the north to the south end. Have you ever tried to park cars or have access roads when every group of homes here has a 10-foot drop? This is mind-boggling what you are proposing. Single family or a multiple family with driveways that can be curved, and mine, I have a semicircular so that I don't have to back out all the 50 feet. But not this arrangement. This arrangement is requiring all the residents to fight one another, to slide into one another. 20 units. Just look at this diagram once. How on earth are they going to provide safety for the community in this kind of an arrangement? This is preposterous, as Alderman Verhillen mentioned. We planned this city. We recognize that this piece of property is not an ideal piece. In fact, there's a city covered up right adjacent to the Drexel Avenue, adjacent to the church. A city waste dump. It's that low a property. And we recognize that single-family homes or a multiple family with driveways can accommodate without a great loss of property, mainly vehicles. This has to be turned down until we get something that can be fit into this area. Thank you.
As proposed, remember this is not the garage count would be, according to the proposal, 250. The total number of stalls, which I expect would include the spaces in front of the garages, would be 625.
Tony DeRosa, HSI Properties. I'm not going to, I had some prepared remarks to make, but I'm going to keep it very brief. Just a few things I want to address. Sure. As developers, what you'll find from us is we're a very reasonable group. We're a very hands-on group. When asked the question, do we intend on developing this property? Yes, we do. And that's why this is the 5th time that we've been to the city of Oak Creek, because we're serious about this. We're very selective. We don't go out and chase all the projects. We find great opportunities in great communities like this, and that's where we put our resources. We also take pride in being great neighbors. We're working on a project right now in the city of Wauwatosa, and as we've started construction there, I'm meeting with neighbors, I'm handing out cell phone numbers, I'm reachable. We don't hide. People know how to get a hold of us when things come up. In terms of a PUD, absolutely. We think PUDs are a great tool. We have a lot of experience with that, and we're open to discussing that with the city. In terms of traffic and stormwater, we'll work through those issues. Those types of details are the things that we're great at. This is going to be a project that's going to be built in phases. It's not as if all of a sudden we're going to drop 288 occupied units on this property in one day. We look forward to the opportunity to work through the details in the items that we're going to have to resolve. We look forward to making a significant investment in this community, and I think you'll be pleased with the end result. Thank you.
Whether or not it was her intention, it myself or somebody else right or wrong. That was my job to do. That was the opinions I came up with. I respect your opinions with regards to the realtor. I said I didn't know what you told her. I just presented two scenarios to the person I talked to. And I was looking for an answer. That's all I was. Yes, I did get a comment from somebody who said, we don't want anything on that property. We would just as soon have it that way forever. Again, I went out and looked at the pros and cons of this, and my comments tonight are what they are. So I'm not trying to debate the issue. I'm just trying to say that she was part of the impetus to go out there and do this extra work. Whether or not she never did say she represented the residents on Pennsylvania Avenue. However, she did imply that this is how I had to do my job. This is what I needed to say and do or else. And that was just part of my, shall we say, irritation with that part of this issue. And I'll just leave it at that. I wasn't trying to pit myself against the people on Pennsylvania Avenue. I was just trying to say, this is what I found, and this is why I did it. Okay? We disagree. It's as simple as that.
We've got a good group from the neighborhood and obviously the council's attention and folks at home as well. So I didn't want to lose the opportunity to provide, I think, some important information in terms of one of the major issues that have been identified as this, which is the traffic. A fact basis, ADT, average daily traffic on Pennsylvania right now is 9,500 south of Milwaukee Avenue. North of Milwaukee Avenue to Rawson, it's 12,800. Okay, so 9,500 and 12,800. In order to receive federal and state funds, which we compete for, which are called SDP, Surface Transportation Funds, to move that roadway to a 4-lane road, we'd need to have 16,000 ADT. So we're some ways away from that. That's not to say that we can't proceed, as the mayor and the city engineer pointed out, in terms of beginning some of the design issues, nor meeting with the developer here on this project to do what's called traffic analysis so that we can mitigate any of the impacts of this project on Pennsylvania or Drexel. But that's kind of a fact that shows where we are in that process. Everyone who drives Pennsylvania knows north of Rawson, we did a nice job. We really took care of what had been some traffic congestion problems there. We're working towards that. But those are the numbers we're at in terms of seeking federal and state assistance, which we typically do. You're looking at multi-millions of dollars. I think we fast calculated out going to 4-lane roadway from Milwaukee North, which is about a third. We think it's about a mile there. It's about a third of that. We figured just the roadway, $2.6 million, something along that line, and that's without the property acquisitions that are going to be needed. We don't have the right-of-way we need there. So that's going to take some time to get through that, and I thought with everybody here, it might be important just to have a little bit of that discussion about the roadway.
Back to what you were saying. At the second plan meeting, you wanted to meet with us prior to the meeting of the Plan Commission, and you told me, you may as well get used to this, this is a done deal. So your mind was made up before you did all this studying. Am I right or wrong? You did say that. And Alderman Berkowitz, I would be remiss if I didn't say something to you. You tore us apart at that plan meeting with your rant about apartments. And now I feel better. That's it.
Kirkowski will make a motion that the council adopt ordinance number 2786, an amendment to the comprehensive plan for the city of Oak Creek, affecting the property that's 7721 South Pennsylvania Avenue
Hello, everyone. My name is Carolyn Bukevich. I am a citizen of Oak Creek. I live 8147 South White Oak Drive. I am here on behalf of the Celebrations Commission. I am the chair of the Celebrations Commission, and I have with me tonight Kevin Archambault. He is my parade event manager, and he's here to talk to you as well about some things. I wanted to share with you the Pay It Forward, our year of Pay It Forward events, just to let you know how things went. And see if you had any questions. We do have some other things that we're interested in, but we'll talk about that at the end. Here we have the commission is made up of 10 people. These are all citizens of Oak Creek, and that's what the ordinance has it set up, is that it's citizens and not any officials or anything. So these are all volunteers, given all their time, dedicating a lot of time to celebrations. So what we do, our mission is, the mission of the Oak Creek Celebrations Commission is to enhance the quality of life for all of its residents by celebrating together as a community. Some of the things that we do are outdoor summer concert series. A lot of you have probably been there. It's held at the Oak Creek Community Center grounds. We have outdoor movie night, which is at Miller Park. We have the 4th of July celebration, pig and chicken roast, Halloween Safe Site, which is in partnership with the Historical Society. We have the community tree lighting and spreading holiday cheer now. That was the Christmas trees that we had in the atrium in the library. So last year, for the whole year, starting in January all the way through December, we, Celebrations, hosted a Pay It Forward event. Just because of all of the things that are going on in the city, a lot of the negative things, we thought we should do something positive. And that's because we are a very diverse community. I know that our school districts are top performing in the state. We have Dr. Culver here now. He was at the first, so now he's here at the second, which is great. We are one of the fastest growing cities in southeastern Wisconsin. There's new development in the Drexel Town Square. Then we have the Lake Vista Park, and now we have the Emerald Park, which is really cool. If you haven't been there, get there. And our citizens want to get involved and give back. So we found that a lot during our Pay It Forward campaign, that there are a lot of citizens who love living here in Oak Creek, and they just want to give back and make it even a better place. So our first event was January, where we did our kickoff event. It was a huge success. We collected 3 pickup trucks of household and items and gently used clothing, and we donated those items to the Salvation Army. When we pulled up with those trucks, they were ecstatic. They were so happy to have seen all of those items come. So it was a fun event. February was Pay It Forward to Our Furry Friends. This was an all-month event. We had again 3 pickup trucks of much-needed pet food and supplies, and this didn't just go to cats and dogs. It also went to things, animals like horses and things like that. So, which is really cool. There were 4 pet locations throughout Oak Creek who volunteered to be the drop-off point for folks who wanted to donate. The biggest donation came from the Animal Wellness Center of Oak Creek. I just wanted to make mention of that because they collected a lot and they gave a lot. And all donations went to the Humane Society. So a great event. Pay It Forward Off the Beaten Path. That was the Oak Leaf Trail from East County Line Road to East Drexel. We provided supplies and asked citizens to come out and walk the trails and just kind of help clean up some of the garbage. As you can see, there's a tire there, and it does have, there's a picture here, and it has tires and things like that. So that was great. I don't think it was really dirty, but yes, it was very cold. I think that was one of the coldest days, one of the first coldest day that we had, and then it got hot. So I have a comment here. One of the parents, she goes, I was very surprised at how much the kids enjoyed doing this. I heard several kids say how fun it was. I know my kids enjoyed themselves, and I'm very proud of them. So that was a great thing. May was our pay it forward to our elderlies. We just donated, we purchased flowers and plants, and we donated to the senior citizens' homes. So there was about 20 plants. Some of them wanted the plants potted already. Some of them did not because it was therapeutic for them to do their own or to go outside and plant in the yard. So we kind of did that. Pay it forward food collection was June. This happened during our summer concert series, which is a yearly event. We collected non-perishable food items. All the donations went to the Family Life Center. That day was a big day because that was a day we kind of celebrated the city turning 60 on our own. We had cupcakes, we had balloons for the kids and some adults, and and yeah. So it was Balloon Tunes that's located on 27th and Rawson. And the gentleman did not realize how big this event was going to be. He blew up by hand over 500 balloons. So needless to say, he was sore. His hands were sore. But that's okay. We had Bella Kane there. That was the hottest band around at the time. Face painting for the kids. So it was fun. We had to cut off the face painting for the kids. Actually, I had Kevin do that. Because the face painting. Well, no, he had to cut off the kids, stop them because, yeah. So, pay it forward. Thank you. Thank a vet. That happened at the 4th of July parade. We just wanted to say thank you to our veterans because that is not said enough to them. So, Mayor, you said a few words, and then Commander Lyle said a few words at the event. We had the Oak Creek High School band there. They actually stuck around just to help and participate in this event. They will be coming back again next year. They're looking forward to it. So this event, we were asked to bring it back. So we will, and we will be doing it better this year. So each year we get better and better. August was our Pay It Forward to Education. This is during the summer concert series and a movie night. We collected, of course, school supplies for the classrooms, kind of help supplement those expenses. All of the items were donated and they were taken to the Oak Creek Franklin School District so that as the teachers needed them, they would just call up the district office and say, hey, we need some supplies for my classroom or whatever. This way, we didn't pick and choose which school was going to get it. It was kind of on a need basis. And it worked out really good. Heather, thanks to you and the Celebrations Committee for collecting the school supplies. School supplies can be a big expense for families. Your contribution made a difference. Pay It Forward backpacks for disabled youth. This happened during our pig and chicken roast. There are situations that happen, fires, kids who are homeless, things like that. So we decided to purchase or get donations of backpacks so that if they're displaced out of their home, at least they have some things to carry their clothes in, because a lot of times they just grab bags of things, or that's all they have to carry things around is in a bag. So at least the backpack looks a little nicer. And then if you're homeless, of course, you carry everything on your back, so that went in. And I want to give special recognition to Amy. She's one of our local volunteers. She volunteers a lot. She had a birthday party. She turned 50, and she asked that everyone bring personal hygiene things that would go inside the backpacks to cover that. So that's what she did. So, okay. Our pay for rental apparel was done at the Halloween Safe site. We collected gently used and new apparel, coats, scarves, mittens, hats, and we even got boots. Didn't ask for them, but we got them. It was for all sizes. We did not discriminate. There were 2 truckloads that were delivered. Again, this went to the Family Life Center. Family Life Center is a nonprofit, so that's where we wanted to go, items to go for this time. Not to say it won't go somewhere else. So this event was a huge success. We are bringing it back again. Okay. And then we have the Pay It Forward Spreading Holiday Cheer, which was our November, December event. This was our first time ever doing this. We had the 4 trees, 2 in the library. We had 2 in the atrium. And we partnered with the Family Life Center again. They provided names of children. There were roughly 72 children that are part of the program. They were given a number so that they would remain anonymous. So we made up Christmas tags, and we had their number on there. We had whether they're a male or female and their age group. So we put those on the trees that we decorated, so when the tags came off, the trees looked decorated and not bare. So we put that on there, and we asked citizens to come in and kind of spread some cheer, buy a gift or 2 for a child, donate it. So that worked out really good. There were also Myers. We partnered with Myers. Myers donated $2,500 towards this event as well, and it is allocated towards the Family Life Center to help with whatever they need. But we were able to buy food and personal hygiene items for Stockbox citizens. These are senior citizens who are below poverty level, and they probably won't get out of poverty level. So we bought like ham and Cornish hens and stuffing, all of the Christmas fixings that they could think of for them. So that was huge. This event will be coming back again next year. Start saving your pennies to buy some gifts. Okay, so that was our last event. I want to just thank, there are so many people. Without their help, none of this would have been happened. So I just want to make special recognition to these folks here that are on this list. And there are a bunch of other ones that helped out in some other way. Thank you to everyone who did that. If you're interested in learning how to get involved or what's coming up, these are some avenues that you can find about the Celebrations Commission and learn a little bit about that, okay? So, Kevin? Oh, I'm coming back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Well, yeah, I'm sure they probably are like, Carolyn could go anytime now. I really worked them really hard. But we did a really good job working together as a team. So it's important that anyone who comes on the Celebrations Commission needs to fit with what we're doing, because we want to take the city forward, and we know that it's developing and growing. So that's what we're going to do.
Governor Shambo, Oak Creek citizen, part of the Celebrations Commission. I would like to present to the council the changes in the 2016 parade route. Oh, okay. I'm new at this. This first frame will be the current parade route, the 2015 parade route. You can see where the assembly area is. Everybody that has been in it would know this. And the parade route actually goes west on Groveland and then down Knights Place and to Putes and then to Mayhew, Centennial, and to the Legion Post. What we want to do is change it to go backwards because of the fact that Knights Place will be closed. And from all the construction equipment that's over there, we're not going to be able to run the parade down Knights Place, so we'll have to change the assembly area to the neighborhood off of Groveland on Sunset Drive. So we're going to send a letter out to all of them to recognize that the parade is going to be assembled in their area. And we're going to send 2 of them out. We'll send one out as soon as probably this week sometime, and then in June. Make them aware of it. And this just indicates which way the parade route goes. Well, because of the fact that we need as much possible room as we can, because within the last 3 years, the participants have really filled up all the streets. So, actually, we probably will have enough because I actually talked to the National Guard, and they're going to let us use their parking lot too. So, and if we need, we can use Miller Park also. And we wanted to keep it as the same as possible so the citizens wouldn't get annoyed with it. Okay. Right, we should have plenty of room. It's always congested no matter what you do. We've changed it in the past, and no matter what you do. Last year, it actually worked out very well how we had it, and I really didn't want to change it, but we have no choice. Yeah. Well, if next year, we may be able to use the school district's parking lot, or the high school parking lot, with permission from them, for our staging area. That way, we won't even have to disturb the residents at all. And you have copies of the full parade route. I don't know why there isn't one on there. Page up. Yeah. No, that was the 2015 route. Right. You can see on your paperwork there how it goes backwards down Shepherd. Okay. What's my suggestion? 4? Yeah, at least. Because it's on a Monday this year, so there's probably going to be people sticking around. So it'll be pretty busy. Well, that's great. Hopefully we have a nice, sunny, cool morning. Yeah. And I already ran it past actually ran it past fire and police already, and they were okay with it, so we're good that way.
Okay, okay, so, I'm at it again. From June until May, Celebrations really doesn't have a lot going on. That's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to kick off the pay for it, so we can do more things. But, okay, so January through May, we don't have anything going on, really. So what we discussed, the commission and myself, is kicking off a fall-winter festival. Because the city is growing, there's so many different amenities and things like that. We know we need to grow with the city to offer bigger and better things. So what I'm doing is kind of looking for your approval to kind of kick off a fall-winter festival. I have listed some ideas here. These are just ideas. Please don't walk away thinking that this is going to happen. There are just some things to kind of give you a feel of what we could possibly do. So I would like for you to walk away today with this in your mind and think about it, and then we'll come back along with the approval of the parade next month to before we can get started. Because the Winter Festival, we need to start working on this now. I did meet with Raul Duby today. The UPATH, United Performing Arts Center, is looking to come to Oak Creek because they know we're growing. So they're looking to come to Oak Creek to offer some programs to kind of get us involved in things as well. So there's a lot that's going on. Okay. All right.
Just, I would encourage Caroline and her committee to meet with that guy in the back of the room, Jerry Frankie. We've got a really great festival square out here, and they have some resources that we can do projects together with. So I would really encourage you to do that as part of the square activities as well. I see you've got something at Emerald Park, so that's something we've been talking about in separate meetings. So good opportunity to get both groups together.
Okay. Can do that. Okay, so sounds like you guys are gonna vote yes on this. I know you're not, but when you do, then we will start connecting with the folks that you've mentioned and things like that and start putting some ideas together. Of course, we need the area completed so that we can do something there. Okay. Thanks.
Changed their mind.
Bridget, I normally don't ask a lot of questions about this, but tonight I'll have two. On page 6, consulting monthly retainer for Connect the Dots. You probably can't answer this, but I thought when we had the retainer, the council was going to get some sort of reports or updates with regards on how he was doing. So I haven't seen anything, or at least I've missed it, but again, I think this was an issue before. We're paying for consulting, but we're not seeing any return, at least on paper. So can you answer that first question, please?
I can. We've, I guess, failed to get those to the council. Connect the Dots has been making regular reports, written reports to the CDA and been providing them. So if we fail to get those to the council, that's our issue. But we have been getting them on a regular basis. And those that are on the CDA would be able to attest to that too.
And the last question is probably just on page 25. There's $24 for the DWI blood draw. It's not an issue, except that in the justice sort of way, is this a fine that is levied against these folks, and we can recoup the $24 if they get charged in court? I mean, is that something we can get back? Melissa probably has the answer.
Defer all of these. Probably in the last 2 years, through the municipal court in conjunction with the police department for those operating while intoxicated cases that involve blood draws, where they're taken to the hospital and a phlebotomist is involved, there is a cost to that. About $24, $21 a couple years ago. In any event, that's included as part of the total forfeiture for the So yes, it is.
It's not a lot of money, but okay, thanks.
Actually, I did have one that struck me as somewhat odd, but maybe Bridget, you may have some insight. Page 17, we apparently paid for some waxing and paint shines. You know, did we front money there, or did we pick up the cost of it? For the rec department?
I know that we have an agreement working with St. John's in space that utilize there for recreation service without having, for me, I
Check
don't
with
know
Mary
the
Jane.
particulars, but I know that there is an agreement between us and them, and there's small items.
We'll clear it up tomorrow. Gail moves to approve the vendor summary report in the amount of $1,213,020.78.
Kirkowski, second.
Aye.
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 Thank you. This certified survey map, which is being put forward by the Oak Creek Franklin School District, is requesting that essentially for the properties that are involved with the expansion of the high school into with the ninth grade campus to be combined with the vacation of Knights Way. I will show you. I will show you the map in just a second here. Really, the exterior boundaries are not changing. The map merely, again, combines those properties into one. So, it's not a land division, it's a land consolidation. It was recommended for approval by the Planning Commission.
Okay, which will make a motion to adopt resolution number 11675011916, approving a certified survey map for the properties at 8640 South Howell Avenue and 340 East Putes Road.
Guzekowski, I'll second.
Aye.
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 Aye. questions, but basically this is releasing the developer from his development agreement and accepting the public infrastructure, the roads, the sewers, all the stormwater management features, detention ponds, lighting, basically all the public infrastructure. It was, yes, this was, a 2-year, over 2-season construction, probably a year and a half design prior to that, so the culmination of a long project.
This morning, and I haven't had a chance to talk with either Mike or Melissa about this, I had from the developer a concern in terms of the language in this, and I believe that this is our standard language that we use, and the concern was the developer warrants and forever defends the title to the dedicated public improvements against all lawful claims of all persons whatsoever. There was at least a concern raised about that, but I believe that is our standard language that we do not veer from, but I did not have an opportunity to talk with that about that. Barry, I don't know if, okay, you guys are good then.
Yes, City Administrator, have had an opportunity, this agreement is now signed, this dedication. It's a culmination of considerable discussion. I would say, according to the celebration system, it's completed. Significant accomplishment. And in terms of it, what I've distributed to the council, at least, Jerry, is this dedication, and as to the next item, because there is a tweak as to the language, what I've given is the final version, as it relates to what you just referenced, paragraph 2, clarified, because there have been sales in this development, that the developer warrants and will forever defend title to all of the developer's interests. So that is clarified in this document as it relates to the dedicated public business park, signed, good to go. And in addition to that, other change for the council from what you had in your packets relates to paragraph 1, where land was included as a reference to paragraph 1. That's been clarified, or I am going to clarify to you that land has been omitted because the land has already been included as part of the dedications by various CSMs, including the roads, the outlots, the easements. So we believe that the city's covered, I think the developer is satisfied, so have that protection.
I would just apologize on that. I mean, I've been running since I heard that and haven't stopped, so I'm glad that got worked out then too. So
Well, I can indicate that we were communicating until late hours.
Any questions? Motion. Mike's working on it.
I'm happy to report that the public dedications include a spare discarded tire across the street from Marty Ed Park now, so. Anyway, I'll move to approve resolution 11676-011916, accepting the dedication of the public improvements and release from development agreement for the Oakville Business Park, project number 13054, tax keys numbers 955-1001, 955-1002, 974-1003, and 975-1004.
Kuzikowski, I'll second.
Roll call.
Alderman Kirkowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen. Tobin. Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
And item 11 is consideration of resolution number 11677-011916, accepting partial dedication of the public improvements for Drexel Town Square, project number 13051, tax key number 813-9013. Mike?
This is similar to the previous item in that it is accepting public infrastructure for the Drexel Town Square development. And this is, I guess the difference here is that this is a partial dedication because of the ongoing construction of the buildings. Not all of the public roads, sidewalks, lights, everything else associated with that could be completed. They will be completed in the upcoming season as those roads get closer to, as the buildings become closer to completion. There was a request, and maybe Jerry, you can speak to this, by the developer that at least this partial acceptance go forward.
think it's something that makes a lot of sense. Typically, we wait till absolutely everything is done, but there's a lot of public traffic out here right now. Much of the subdivision improvements or the project improvements are in. There's concern about potential liability out there, and so I think it's appropriate to accept the dedication of these. We've been working very well with the developer. The last major part of this project that has to go is Main Street. So that's the area between the two wired buildings. Okay, if you remember, right on sequence with the tower. We've got buildings that are being built right up to the property line there, so we haven't been able to build all of the infrastructure there. That is planned to be completed by June 1st. We met with the developer and his builder today, and amazingly, the first floor of the west building is to be occupied. They're planning for June 1st. So we're having public improvements are really done at the same point. There's a lot of construction coordination. Pretty difficult to do that, but we've had generally good working relationships. More mud than we'd like on this site, and more mud that's been hard to clean up, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes we had it on this building, we've had it on the project.
So Main Street would be open on June 1st as well?
That's the idea. That's the target date, and that should complete everything.
And the city attorney has indicated that the agreement's already signed?
Yes, and I distributed to the council, to the mayor, the same clarifications on this document version with minor tweaks. That's the version.
Alderman Gale?
Sure, I trust we've got some kind of understanding with the developer on, given the amount of construction that is about to commence here on this property with potential damage to these dedicated infrastructure.
We do, and there's a spring review for all the porous pavage, for instance, that's out there in terms of replacement. There's the typical guarantees. We have full assurances that will be done. So that's the typical sequence. So there's actually going to be a fairly large review, not in our parking lot that's porous pavers, all the porous pavers that are all the way along. We'll see what didn't hold up very well in terms of the construction. We lost one light already, Friday, I think. So that's being replaced, and we're trying to work out our inventory and so forth. But we have good working relations, and pretty happy with where things are right now.
Good to hear.
No. We thought they're actually a little shorter than our standard. These are the Gardaco lights, the box lights that we have. But actually, this pole is shorter, so we've got to get that inventory. So a little bit of a hiccup, but we thought we had them. We had included extra poles in the original bids and thought we had them, but no such.
Was that incident reported?
Oh yeah, and we're as now we have the infrastructure, we'll be going after the other insurance to
Yeah, I saw it was
to
knocked down.
reimburse. Yep.
Question, Jerry, what percentage is partial? 50, 75, 25?
I would say less than 10%. I mean, we're pretty much finished.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
based on percentage.
very little is left.
I meant partial draw.
Oh, the draw out here, we had about 23.5 million of infrastructure improvements. We're at draw 14, something like that. I think we're at about $20 million right now, so I think there's maybe 3 million left.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Motion.
David will make a motion to adopt resolution number 11677011916, accepting partial dedication of public improvements for Drexel Town Square, project number 13051, tax key number 8139013.
Kuzikowski, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen. Aye. Tillman. Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
And the all-important license committee, Alderman Kirkowski.
The License Committee did not meet prior to the meeting. Tentative recommendations are as follows. Item 12, Kirkowski will make a motion to grant an operator's license to the following 6 individuals listed on the agenda. Favorable background reports were received.
Gale will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Verhaelen.
Aye.
Toman. Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
13, Kirkowski will make a motion to grant a 2016 dog kennel license to the following departmental approvals received. Sue Ann McCotter, Club K9 LLC, DBA Central Park Doggy Daycare, 1075B West North Branch Drive, and Bradley Osgood, Brentwood Animal Hospital, 318 West Rhine Road.
Gale will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Toman. Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski. Kirkowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen.
And finally, item 14, Kirkowski will make a motion to grant a 2016 second-hand article license to Michael Nichols, GameStop, number 6246, at 8171 South Howell Avenue, with issuance subject to personal property taxes, departmental approvals received.
Gale will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Bekavich.
Aye.
Verhaelen. Toman.
And finally, a motion to adjourn.
Kirkowski will make a motion to adjourn.
Guzekowski, second.
Alderman Bekavich, second. Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Bekavich. Verhaelen. Toman. Gale.
Aye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the live stream. Is that a thing, Caesar? No? Well, in the future, when you're able to see the live stream, thank you for watching. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good night.